Did the Photoshop Actions panel suddenly change after an update? And do you prefer the old classic layout? Don't worry, you can switch back to the classic Actions panel in just a few steps. First, open Adobe Photoshop and make sure your document is open. Next, go to the Window menu at the top of the screen and select Actions to display the Actions panel. Once the panel appears, look at the upper right corner and click the panel menu icon, which is usually represented by a few horizontal lines. This will open a menu with different Actions panel options. Depending on your version of Photoshop, look for an option related to Classic Actions, Legacy Actions, or switching to the older Actions interface. If you see the option, click it to enable the classic version. Photoshop should then change the Actions panel back to the familiar layout where your action sets and individual actions are displayed in the traditional list format. From there, you can expand an action set to view the actions inside it, select an action, and use the buttons at the bottom of the panel to play, record, create, delete, or manage actions. If you don't see a classic or legacy option in the panel menu, don't worry. The available options can vary depending on your Photoshop version and the current interface Adobe has rolled out. In that case, check the Actions panel menu and Photoshop preferences for any option related to the older Actions interface. Once you've switched back successfully, your workflow should feel much more familiar, especially if you're used to recording and playing actions using the classic panel. And that's it. With just a few clicks, you can get back to the Actions panel layout you're comfortable with and continue automating your Photoshop workflow without having to learn the new interface.